Get started. So mute yourselves if you have not done that. I tried muting everybody, but it's not letting me for some reason. So you all know who he is. I don't need to do a major introduction, but Joel Freeman is on our call tonight. First of all, thank you so much, Joel, for hopping on. I know you're busy. So we're gonna get started. He's here to tell you all about Lift 4, this awesome program that's literally kicking my ass. And I cannot wait for you all to hear what he has to say. So again, mute yourselves if you have not done so. And yeah, we're gonna get started. So if you have questions, Joel, ask on the sidebar. He has less than 30 minutes to talk to us, so I am actually going to just ask him questions. And then at the end, he'll hop off and I will finish answering your questions. Okay, sounds good? All right, so let's get started. Let me pull up my questions here. All right, Joel, so what makes Lift 4 so unique versus any other program out there? And then why did Beachbody need Lift 4?
Well, besides the fact we have couple amazing cat pictures on the set of Lift 4, which has never happened before. So if that doesn't sell you in itself, there might not be some cat people. So anyway, look, when we go through this, and Jess, you're going to be able to really enlighten people on, what the program consists of and everything. And look, you guys can look at the program overview in your back office as well. So I don't want to stick with that too much. But look, it is a great question because, every quarter or every however many times a year, Beachbody comes out with a new workout program. And so it's one of those things of like, hey, this is a new program, you should do this. But look, so instead of just saying it's a great new program, let's talk about the barriers of what we've known about health and fitness. And what I mean by that is, like, I've been in the fitness industry for over 15 years now. I started as the front desk guy at a small gym in West Texas at 2 a.m. to 10 a.m. shift. Saw some really interesting things over the years, and I've been involved with every facet of health and fitness since, and from gyms to Department of Health to Beachbody. And what I've noticed in terms of trends, that we're still having this retention issue, that people still won't stick with something and they fall off their proverbial fitness wagon, and which I don't understand why you keep getting on something if you're going to fall off. Why are you trying to do the same thing? So and we know the barriers, like if there's it's time, it's family, and I don't have we can go down forever on that stuff. So what I wanted to do with Lift 4, and what I've been wanting to do for a long time, and I finally, and this was the perfect time and the perfect opportunity with this, was to build something that was realistic and sustainable for people. And realistic, what I mean by that is the fact that we all want to be healthier. Everybody wants to be healthier and fitter and look better with our clothes, but we also want pizza and wine, or cake, or cookies, right? Like, come on, let's be honest. We all have that one thing that we really enjoy. And there's so many things, or so many instances in the health and fitness world where it feels like it has to be an all or nothing, where you don't get to have any of that stuff. And then you get then you feel like you get like FOMO, you get a little fear of missing out because you see everybody else do it. And you go out to dinner with your friends or your family and they're doing it, you're not. And now you're like, you kind of become like, you feel like you're a black sheep and you're like, is this really worth it? And when that starts to get into your head, that's when people really start to fall off a plan. And so it doesn't have to be all or nothing. It's simple, it's effective. But with Lift 4, it's a program that is also realistic in the fact that you work out 4 days a week. The pace is awesome, so you get it in 30 to 40 minutes, and then you're done. The rest days mean you just live your life. It just means you're not doing the program. You're not hitting and you're not lifting those off days, but you're doing whatever else it means. And that's real. That's real life. Chasing your kids around, soccer practice, Tough Mudder, swim, bike, run, whatever you like to do, that's what you can do. And that is realism. That's real life. And so for the first time, I feel we've got a program with Lift 4 that you mold around your life, and you don't mold your life around a workout program.
Yes, awesome. So do you think other activities need to be done with Lift 4?
I don't think they need to be done. I think they're going to be done. Again, that's the point of this whole thing, is the fact that you don't have to second guess whether or not you should do this. And what I mean by that, it just simply means it just simply means that you are living your life. So just don't go, you're just not going to lift more weights. You're just not going to go through and do any high intensity interval training because we got to let your body recover. That's it. And, Jess, you can attest to this. Like, the people, coaches and coaches are rediscovering things in their life, in their lifestyle, of being able to spend more time with their kids and doing outdoor activities and spending more time in your business. It's just all of this stuff. And marathon training, Emmy just put in the chat, like marathon training, run train, like you don't have to give anything up. There's nothing to give up. We are literally talking 2 to 2.5 hours a week. That's it. Like I can't make it any shorter than that. It just like, you got to give me a little bit of time. And I feel 2 to 2.5 hours a week is plenty. And then you can just really, it works for you and you're giving your body a chance to recover. And that's also just as important because the results, it's not about what you're doing, for an hour, hour and a half. It's what we do in this short amount of time and then letting your body rest and recover. That's where the results happen too.
Yes. Awesome. Okay. What do you see are the reasons that other workouts and gyms are not working for our customers?
Well, from a gym standpoint, it's quite simple. Like if someone's brand new to a gym without proper training or programming, they just kind of wander around, not really sure what to do. And they just they do what they see other people do. And now it's the world of social media. They do what they see people do on their phone, which lends to itself to more funny things that you can follow on Instagram of gym fails and things like that. And working in a gym for years, man, I saw so many of it. I was just like, wow, I don't even know how you're going to move tomorrow because it was scary to watch the things that people do. So you're going to get the guidance with Lift 4 in terms, I went back to basics with classic weight conditioning techniques, dumbbells only, no other equipment. I did that on purpose. I wanted this to be super, super simple in terms of equipment. So it's very easy to use dumbbells only. Dumbbells are not intimidating. Put a bunch of other stuff into it. So I think someone just hit a home run, so that's awesome. Yeah, go team, go. That's what. All
right, hold on. Let me mute. Can y'all mute yourselves because I can't see who that is. Hopefully they're muted. Okay, sorry, Joel. Go ahead.
Whoever hit it, that base hit, that was awesome. T-ball or whatever. So look, it just comes out. It comes out again, very, very simple. And the way I've been putting everybody, down this path, and Jess, you can attest to this, is just in the fact of like, look, we're keeping it simple, and success is in simplicity with this program. It really, really is. So you don't have to freak out about things. So if you miss a workout on a Monday, you can do that on Tuesday and Wednesday, and then have your rest day on Thursday. Like it's just, there's so much flexibility. There's so much freedom. It's so easy. It's not intimidating. You don't feel like you're not going to be able to accomplish everything. You don't feel like you're going to miss out on anything. And all those things are really, I think, I think, that's what's been happening in the test groups. And with everything that, people are going to be able to do this and stick with it and just keep going and make it realistic. And they're going to see amazing results. And it travels with you. You can go on vacation. You can do whatever you need to do. And this program comes with you. So there's just all the barriers I tried to really go after, and just whatever issue somebody has with the workout program, I think I got all of them. Well, I'm sure there'll be a new one, but I'm pretty sure I got all of them.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, I think you got all of them too. I don't see anyone having any type of problem with this workout or issues with this workout. So what would you say is the reason we as coaches are so valuable in the equation of getting this out there and truly like getting this to as many people as we can?
So this is actually really, I feel this is a really exciting time for you guys as coaches. And I feel, I've been with Beachbody now for almost 7 years now, which is kind of crazy. Like maybe 6 years, whenever we first came in. So seen a lot of ups and downs and a lot of programs and everything. I've seen the struggles and how, technology has changed and know what's happened in the world with, we went from programs to digital, and that hurts your bottom line. That hurts some of your sales and your commission. And then, the all access thing comes out, and that kind of hurt that again. So from the building your business side of it, I think this is a great opportunity with having this VIP early access thing. This is brand new. It's never been done before. It is not a ploy to try to get coaches to spend $40, you guys. If you think that, you're totally off page. You're wrong, okay? It is simply the fact that this is meant to help build your business. One of the number one questions I get from coaches anytime I do a coach training call, not program related, but just talking about the business of it, I always get the question, how do you get people to join your challenge group, and how do you get people to stay in your challenge group, and not have and deal with participation attrition rate going or attrition increasing, retention dropping. And look, it's accountability. And with the VIP early access, you're giving people such an amazing opportunity to do something, because as for all intents and purposes, look, Live 4 was always supposed to be a summit launch or a summit program with an October launch. That was always the plan. All this other stuff has been backfilled and put into it, because with all the conversation with Carl and everybody and the coach advisory board, this is the output of that, for people to really, for you guys to really have some amazing tools. And between now and October 1st, especially between July 16th and October 1st, like, you guys have an incredible opportunity to really learn everything you can and go after this program with full gusto. So then when October 1st even comes around, you have the opportunity to do more challenge groups. So you actually have the opportunity to besides the group with me, you have the opportunity to do 2 challenge groups with 2 basically big launches of the same program. And I think that's a huge opportunity. So there's a lot of stuff going for you with the coach. And then on top of all that, so that's from the business side. And then from the personal side, you have to remember with your clients and your team and everybody, this is only, again, 2 to 2.5 hours. That's a lot of time where I'm not there to guide, that participant. So it's your job to show them, again, the value in what we do and what we have in terms of Shakeology and Beachbody performance products and beach bars. So there's a lot of other stuff that you need to do to help make sure that your team and everybody's staying on track, if that makes sense. So I personally think it's great from a business standpoint. I think it's absolutely phenomenal. And look, if someone already has bought all access and they want to pay the $40, you guys, fine. Look, it just, here's my way of thinking about it. If you don't want to go see Star Wars in the theater, don't. It'll be on cable in October. Okay, like, it's that simple. It's not a ploy to get more money, I promise. So if someone says I don't want to pay for it, cool. I'll see you in October. Like, focus on everybody else. Don't go after this. So, don't go down the rabbit hole. Focus on the people who really want this and need this, because if they need it, they're going to come after it. They promise you.
And they'll see your results, and then they're going to want to join you earlier than October anyway.
You're like, oh man, I should have done it in July. And you're like, I know, I told you.
So what offers do you recommend for us to start with?
From the challenge packs, there are, look, there's like 20-ish, I think, in the US and, Canada and UK is a little bit different, I know. But look, we know the vital behaviors. We know, the non-negotiable, that's Shakeology. That's every day. So we can push that out to the side. That goes, I said it, but it goes without saying. But Beachbody performance products, you guys, anything with recover and recharge, those are my 2 main go-tos. And those are going to only enhance the results from this program. And Jess, you can speak to this, but it comes down to the fact that, look, protein is the building blocks, or the building block of muscle. If you want to build muscle, you have to make sure you're getting enough protein. That's why in Live 4 we do the macros with 30% protein, 40 carbs, 30 healthy fats. You got to make sure you're getting the protein, and Recover and Recharge is going to give that to you. And Recharge is amazing because of the casein protein that breaks down while you sleep, which is when your body is repairing itself. So give your body, giving your body the tools it needs to really go after it and build muscle. And the more muscle you build, the more fat you burn, because muscles are calorie burning machines. Okay, that is how you burn more fat throughout the day, not just this 30 or 40 minute workout. And Jess, you can attest to this, because I told you guys on week 1, I said, look, just wait until weeks 5 and 6, because the first few weeks we're changing your body composition. Your body is changing. It's going through a massive amount of changes. And ladies, you have to deal with even more than guys do. Like, I stub my toe and cry. So what y'all go through is amazing. Every day, every month, every year, it's phenomenal. So it's going to take you sometimes a little bit longer, and I get it. But right now what's happening, and we're in week 7 with the test group, and right now, like, the fat is just disappearing in places that no one ever thought they was, because the muscle is burning it, man, throughout the day. It's like the more we spent 6 weeks, right now we've spent 6 weeks growing your muscles, and now your muscles are returning the favor. Like, it's phenomenal. Like, the science is there. It backs it up. You just have to go down that path. So Recover products, man. Beachbody performance products. And by the way, speaking of performance products, tomorrow morning, if you didn't see the announcement, so tomorrow's my last time on the Beachbody Champions Facebook page. I'll be on there at 10 a.m. Pacific time in the morning, and but Dr. Luigi from Beachbody Performance is going to be on there with me. So we're going to be talking about all that. So he's the the smarty pants, the sciencey guy. I put it in layman Joel terms, but he's going to really break all that stuff down. So make sure you can jump on. If you can jump on, try to.
Awesome. Where can everyone find the information on the packs and bundles?
Everything should be in the back office by now, in the coach back office. So the product guide and everything else should be there. So if you haven't checked it, Lori says FAQ 7500. Thank you. And then also, but it's all there. And then I'm posting stuff constantly. Joel Freeman Fitness on Instagram and Facebook. I'm posting all the as much content as I can. It's there.
Yeah, so go look for it before you start asking questions, guys. Any other parting words of wisdom for the team before you have to go? I know you've got another call.
Well, we're blasting through this, so we've got what have we got? I've got almost like 14 minutes left.
Yeah,
that's cool. So one, I definitely, if anybody has any questions here, this is the now. Yeah, I got 14 minutes. So actually, I'm gonna say 13 minutes because I have to pee before my next call. But so totally different. I definitely want to answer any questions that people have. But while their brains are stewing, when it comes to building muscle, and I think there's been a lot of stuff with I don't know where this notion came from. I don't know where it started, and I've been around for a long time with this about this whole thing about getting bulky, ladies, lifting and getting bulky. I think it may have come from the fashion world. I'm going to blame the fashion world because I know nothing about the fashion world, so I'm going to blame them of saying like what was feminine and everything like that. And to them, I say to anybody, if you think you're going to get bulky from lifting weights, we really need to have a chat about a couple of things. And one, it comes down to testosterone. If you in terms of manly muscles, that takes testosterone. And ladies, you have about as much testosterone as a 5-year-old boy does in your body. So that ain't happening, okay? You're not going to get bulky, manly muscles. And for people who feel like they're getting a little bit bulky or fluffy, look, that comes from the fat layers on top, okay? That's where that bulky and the fluffy feeling comes from.
Okay.
So it comes to that, and look, it's a matter of saying, you're not going to get bulkier man muscles. What is going to happen, though, is your body is going to react. It's going to start building stronger muscles, which is so important. You can Google weightlifting in women, check it out, and you're going to see we don't even have time to go over all the benefits, but in terms of building stronger bones and osteoporosis, there's so many more benefits out there. And I would think that you'd want to actually build more muscle just because, like I said earlier, about muscle build or burns more fat, more calories than fat does. I'm just saying that would interest me. So, and Jess, I think you can attest to nobody in the test group is getting bulky.
No, we all look amazing. Not bulky, amazing.
Yeah. So if anybody says that, if anybody says you're starting to look manly, ladies, then chances are they never heard that themselves and they're just jealous. Or just tell them to crack. I mean, seriously, just crack a book, guys. We gotta get past this. It's that's kind of silly.
So for this program for people who are traveling, I know someone commented in the group or in the thread and just said, she travels a lot with hotels that don't have gyms or don't have a ton of weights.
Yeah. So Aaron, so what was cool, again, wanting to go down the path to try and make this accessible for everybody. So there is a couple options. One, if the hotel does not have dumbbells, then you can use resistance bands. So we have what's called the Band of Fire, and get it? Band of Fire. Is it a modifier? Anybody? No? Okay. So the Band of Fire is actually going to be the new aspect of this program on BOD, where it's a split screen. So, in Quarter Force, we had the split screen with the modifier. Now the split screen is going to be with the Band of Fire. So if you don't have the option of having dumbbells, then you can use a resistance band. And one of the challenge, some of the challenge pack iterations come with a couple bands. You can go down that path. You can buy them pretty much anywhere, and they travel really, really well. And what's cool about that is you're still getting a great workout with the resistance bands. In some instances, it's actually harder because it's constant tension. Your muscles are under constant load on some of these exercises. So so the program travels really well because of that.
You're getting a lot of questions about 2B mindset and Lift 4.
So yeah, and again, pretty simple on this one. Live For does have a nutrition plan that you need to follow in terms of calories, in figuring out your calorie bracket, and then also keeping your macros in line. So what I'm telling people on the 2B mindset is, I haven't had a chance to see all of 2B mindset yet, but what I have seen, the videos I've watched and talked to Ileana, I think it's great. I love it because it's simple. I love simplicity. So I think some of the principles that everyone's learning on, like I love those pictures of the side by side of what 150 calories looks like. I think those principles are phenomenal, and those are going to be some great principles to use when you're figuring out what you're eating when you're doing this program. But from the standpoint of, you use the Live For nutrition plan for your calories and for your macros.
Awesome. And then someone also asked, is working out Monday through Thursday okay, or do they need that break in between the week?
So the workout calendar right now, the Live For workout calendar suggested calendar says Monday, Tuesday on, Wednesday off, Thursday, Friday on. Again, it's whatever works for you. So if you prefer or if you need to move it, if you do Monday and you're off Tuesday and you work out Wednesday, I mean, it's, again, 4 days gives you a lot of flexibility. On the last call, someone did ask about working out 4 days in a row and having 3 days in a row off. You can do it. I like to personally split it up because as you guys, hopefully everyone's done the free preview. If you haven't, do the free preview and you'll understand what I'm saying. It's kind of intense. And so, think basically what you guys just did in the free preview. Imagine that 4 days in a row, but specific muscle groups. So like you guys did a full body. So I didn't get to really focus on, we didn't focus on leg day. So imagine those leg workouts, but in the 30 to 40 minutes with high intensity interval training. And imagine like chest and triceps day, and imagine shoulders and arms day, like imagine back day. Like, you're gonna want a little bit of a break. So if you can do Monday and Tuesday off Wednesday, personally, I like the 2 on 1 off. And I think that is also, it's gonna help you stay fresh. It helps prevent overtraining. Just giving you, a good way to keep going with it. And Jessica, I think you can attest to that. Like, you also kind of look forward to it, right? When you get your rest day, you're like, all right, I feel good. Thursday, bring it on, man. And then you're like, oh shit, that was hard. But
you
like,
need
you just
that
keep going.
rest, y'all. You need that rest. I promise. We were all freaking out in the beginning of the test group, like, how are you gonna rest for 3 days? And Joel was like, relax. Trust me, you're gonna be begging me for more rest days. Yeah. Let's see what else. We have just a few more questions. Someone said that she's looking forward to it. She's breastfeeding. So in terms of nutrition and being hungry all the time, how does the nutrition program pan out for that? If they're
so for breastfeeding mothers, well, of course, breastfeeding mothers, because dads can't do it. Again, y'all are amazing because we can't even do that. We're useless. I don't know. I can't remember off the top. I think it's like 300 to 500 extra calories. You need to talk to your doctor on that one because everybody's a little bit different, but you need to make sure you're giving yourself the enough calories. And the only reason I know this because I went through the whole thing with Jericho when we were filming Court of Force. But I think it was around 500. I want to say that, but you should be talking to your doc and understanding how many more calories you particularly need, and making sure that your milk production isn't going to suffer on that one. So look, I know that from the physical mindset or your mental mindset of getting your body back, I totally get it. But your body's going through a lot of changes, and you just I would say be patient on that one. It will happen, but you're giving oh cool, Catherine backs me up. Yes. But talk to your doc. Like, do not say, well, Joel said. Your doctor should say that. But yes, you can still do the workouts though, absolutely. Just make sure you're getting enough food. And
I have a few other people asking about if it's okay for pregnancy. Same thing, ask your doctor.
Yeah, look, pregnancy, anything that requires a doctor, pregnancy, injuries, or whatever it is, talk to your doc first and get cleared. Now with pregnancy, as you progress through your trimesters, you're absolutely going to have to modify. You're not going to be able to lay down as you progress. So talk to your doc about options. Talk to people who have gone through this before. They might be specialized, trained in it. I always suggest trying to find a personal trainer that specializes in this and letting them know what you're doing so they can give you some great options. So what are the options? Instead of laying down, you could be at an incline. So you can still do a lot of the workout. You're just going to need to modify as you progress.
Awesome. And then one more question, and then I'll finish the questions because I know you have to go.
Okay.
Is there any particular program that would better prepare them for Lift 4? Like, what should they be doing now or when it pre-launches to prepare themselves?
So I'm getting that question, and I've got that question a lot. So there's my two answers. One, you can't prepare for something that doesn't exist yet. As you guys have discovered yesterday, it's a little, look, it's different pacing and stuff like that. So with that said, what I started doing, it's actually on my second computer screen right now. I'm not going to show it because I'm working on it. I'm actually putting together a hybrid schedule for everybody that it will include the B4 Lift 4 workouts that are coming out on the 11th. So if you get VIP early access, I'm going to figure out where this can live. And it's to do so it's basically gonna have the Lift 4 workouts, the B4 Lift 4 workouts, and like some of my exclusives that have the same pacing. So I'm going through and trying to make something that will basically give you guys that exact answer. So
awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Does anyone else have anything before he has to go? Just type it away, because I know if people start unmuting themselves, it gets kind of crazy. Everyone's just saying thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, how long will the preview be up? That's till October, right?
Yeah, and for the foreseeable future, like, don't freak out. It's going to be up for a while, at least till October. I mean, it's a new concept. In the network we're calling it it's the free preview workout, but the network we're calling it like the Fitfomercial. So as you guys also kind of saw yesterday, there's a lot of a little bit more salesy aspect to it, but I think it's great because it's going to give people who are not a bot member or not even inundated into Beachbody right now a great opportunity to really see everything that Beachbody has to offer and Lift 4 and what Lift 4 has to offer. And so, yeah, hopefully it stays up for a while.
Awesome. All right. Thank you so much, Joel. We really do appreciate you hopping on. I know you're busy.
Absolutely.
And so you should probably go pee before your next call.
I do need to tinkle. I've been drinking water nonstop. So, seriously, you guys, thank you so much. I'm excited by all of I can't keep up with all the tags and stuff. So if I miss it, I'm sorry. Like, my phone has died like 3 times. I got the iPhone X, and there's a good battery. It's like died 3 times because I just nonstop. But I love it. And I love the excitement. That gets me excited. That tells me if people are feeling like that's great, people are feeling off of one workout, then I think you're really going to love the program. But just seriously, you guys, relax. It's going to be a little bit of a challenge, but try to clear your mind a little bit based on everything that you've already done, and try to come into this with a fresh perspective. I know it's hard sometimes, and new is sometimes hard, and we're going through a lot of changes. I promise you, by the time July 16th comes around, everything's going to be in the app. But between now and then, look, crap is going to change. I promise you it'll change. But the Beachbody tech teams, they're working their butts off to get all this stuff up. They're working really hard on it, and it's going to be awesome. But thank you, Joel Freeman Fitness on Facebook, Instagram. I'm posting nonstop about it. Steal it, repost it, get the apps, and use it, because I'm doing it for you guys. And thank you for everything you do, because without you guys, I wouldn't be doing this. So thank you very much. Appreciate that.
Thank you so much. All right, y'all. I'm going to stay on while he hops off. If y'all want to stay on and ask me questions, y'all are more than welcome to. Yeah, so if y'all can feel free to unmute yourselves too. I just didn't want everyone to be like trying to unmute at the same time. Or you can stay on and just ask questions in the little sidebar. I know a lot of y'all were asking about 2B mindset. So I just wanted to give you a little insight into what some of the test group people have done with 2B mindset. So we actually have a few people that were in 2B mindset's test group that are now in this test group. And a lot of them, y'all, if you think about it, or if you've watched the videos, it's not that the concepts are easy to follow while doing the containers. Like, I'm following the whole water first, veggies most still. You can still plate your food the same way. The only difference is you're physically using the containers. And that's really just to make sure that you are getting in enough protein. I have had a few people asking me about, bracket wise, most of everyone bumped up brackets, because yes, these workouts are I was starting in A and I bumped up to B, and I honestly feel like I probably should be in C. And my goal isn't necessarily weight loss, but it's more so to build muscle mass. And you shouldn't be hungry on this. you shouldn't be hungry. But like I've been hungry lately, and maybe it's just this week because the workouts have gotten a little bit tiny bit longer, but they're more intense the last 2 weeks. So like I'm upping my protein even more. So even though I'm in B, I'm like still adding in protein when I'm hungry. Does someone else have a question? Does someone unmute themselves?
I did, Jess. When I travel to like correction to like prisons for 4 days, and we eat with corrections officers who eat at like pizza and wing places. Some places don't even have salad on the menu. So thinking about this, I'm even freaking out with 2B mindset. Like, what am I going to eat? So thinking about that, is there stuff on like crappy places you would eat at? We travel to Chicago. Yeah. So what do you think of Chicago food?
Yeah, you do get a treat meal once a week with this plan. So, I mean, there are 2 people in our test group that literally just went to Italy for 10 days. And they were both like, it's really hard to find vegetables here, like healthy vegetables here. Because a lot of it's like pastas and breads, and they still saw awesome results. Now I'm not saying you can eat whatever you want, y'all, but you just have to do what you can. I mean, in a situation like that, plan for it. If you know you're going out, if you can bring snacks with you. I don't know if that's allowed, but like if you can bring at least healthier snacks, that way all of your meals aren't crappy, you know. But you can only do so much. But like what I love most about this program, and especially Joel's attitude about things, like just relax. Like I know that so much, like in the past we've been so conditioned to be so structured and so like, oh my gosh, I have to eat this, and just relax. It's gonna be fine. Again, not telling you to eat whatever you want all the time and expect to get results, but at the same time, like you've got to do what you got to do, and if you can only pick from those type of places. I mean, honestly, I would just ask them, could you make me, like if you're going to like a wing place, like see if they can do them grilled or the sauce on the side or a burger without the bun, you know, like do what you can. But at the same time, it's just relaxing. Like just relax about it, and I promise you it won't be as stressful as like, you know, no time nutrition here, y'all, and nothing against it. Nothing against 80-day obsession or time nutrition or any of that. But like this is just, to me, it feels, I said this earlier, when I was talking on a call, like this is the first program, and I've been here for 4 years. I've done a lot of programs. This is the first program that I feel has effortlessly fit into my life. 4 days a week. I have more time for my business. I have more time to like, my mind is so much clearer. And I don't know if it's just because I'm not, you know, spending an hour a day working out, or I'm not like freaking out about the meal plan, or I'm not stressing out about the containers. Like I just eat when I'm hungry, and I make sure I'm getting enough protein, you know? And to be honest, like I have been following the containers, but I'm not like stressing out over them. If I miss a container, I miss a container, which I usually don't because I'm hungry. But and I like food. I don't really give up food, but you know what I mean? So does that answer your question? I hope it does. I can't keep up with all these questions. I know someone asked about Recover because it's not vegan. It's got whey in it. There are a few people in our test group that asked, and there was like 2 suggestions that they had. One was like a Vega one something. I would have to go back and look, which I can find for y'all. And then the other one she said did not taste good at all, but she drinks it because it's got protein. And it's like a BCAA that is dairy free. So I know that it sucks if you can't drink Recover. That sucks because honestly, like I can't imagine doing this program without Recover. I do not drink Recharge right now because I said I didn't like the taste of it. And I kind of regret that just because I wake up every day sore, even after drinking Recover. So, I mean, it's not to the point where I can't walk. I'm fine, but I'm a baby when it comes to that kind of stuff. And I know, like Joel said, it's only going to enhance. It's going to make your results better anyway because you're getting in that extra protein. So if you can't do those 2 things, I can recommend the ones that they recommended. I have no idea what's in them. I don't know how clean they are. I don't know if they taste good. I don't know any of that, but I know that is something that a lot of people keep asking about. So maybe one day they'll come out with a vegan Recover. I don't know. Maybe at Summit they'll announce that. I have no idea. I read there is a treat day with a nutrition program. Is it structured? So as a test group, most of you have never been in a test group, and for those of you who have been, you'll understand this. We get like the raw, like not polished materials. So like we haven't seen every workout that there is. Like we haven't seen there's like 2 stretching workouts. We don't have access to those. The meal plan literally is like kind of on a PDF file. Like it's not as pretty and prim and proper as like y'all see it. So with the treat meal, originally they called it a cheat day, and we were like, yep, you can't say that, because if you say that, everyone's going to eat whatever they want for a full day. And so we don't know how it's going to be when it gets to you, because y'all are going to have like the final like perfect meal plan. So I don't know how structured it is. I don't know if they say pick one meal, treat yourself. Like I have no idea. The way that I am going to talk about my treat meals and talk about how I would suggest doing it is pick one meal, try and stick within an hour a day of treating yourself. That was something I did when I competed. I was able to treat myself for an hour every day, and when I say not every day, I'm sorry, an hour a week, not every day, an hour a week. And that was like just so that, if you say, oh, have a treat meal. Well, a treat meal can be, lunch and then a drink after lunch, and then like it ends up being like dessert at like 2 hours after lunch, and then like you end up eating crap for dinner, right? So like that's why I say an hour a day, because you can go to a restaurant, sit down for an hour and eat an appetizer, a meal, dessert if you really want to, have a drink if you want to, right? But then after that hour, it's like, okay, well, I enjoyed that, and now I can move on and keep going with my meal plan. That's what I plan on doing. I don't know how it's structured on the meal plan itself, because again, we kind of got the raw and not very like set. Like the whole point of a test group is for us to give feedback, and they change things. So I'm not 100% positive on how it's going to look once it gets to y'all. Let's see. Sorry, I'm looking at, someone said, Erin, could you bring Shakeology and like a Beach Bar with you? Beach Bars are approved, of course, on here, which if you've never tried Beach Bar crumbled on top of Greek yogurt, you are missing out on life, y'all. It is the best thing ever. And I know it sounds weird, but it is amazing. It's like my go-to thing right now. How do coaches get selected for test groups? So they look, and I don't really like know the actual like the 100% answer to this. I am going based off of what I've seen. They usually pick elite coaches. Like majority of our test group is elite or is like close to being elite. Majority of them are elite. Like I am one of probably, we have 100 something coaches in our test group. I'm probably like 1 out of, and 20 of us are probably not elite. They've got some UK coaches in there. They look at people's social media, y'all. They look at what you're sharing and how consistent you are in sharing, and your results. If you were submitting, I know that's how I got in the 21 Day Fix Extreme test group, because I was like a baby coach when I got asked to be in that one. And they look at your results. If you're submitting your results to the Beachbody Challenge, they look at that. They look at what you're posting on social media. Like they pay attention, even if you think that they're not. They pay attention, and they pick the people that they feel like is going to represent the brand, that's going to represent the program, and that's going to do their best to share it. So if you are one of those people that like go in and out of sharing your journey, like not saying that you might be picked to be in a test group if you're consistent every single day, but you never know. Like they will pay attention to that. I know like a lot of corporate mentors, once you're a diamond coach, if you are really like working your business and your corporate mentor thinks, they ask for suggestions from them. Don't like hound your corporate mentor to be in a test group, but don't be like, you need to put me in a test group, because they really they can only give suggestions. And again, they go and look at your social media and see what you're doing, and they go look to see, I don't have a massive team, so like it doesn't mean like you don't need to have this massive team to be in a test group, but you do have to be consistent. You have to be growing your business. And it is really, I'm honored to be in it. I didn't really know that I was going to be asked to be in it, but it's pretty awesome. So if you can get in one, if you are ever asked to be in one, say yes. Don't turn that down. And yeah, so that's kind of how that happens. Does anyone else have questions? I see. Yeah, Erin said, I found in our test group it was a relationship with your corporate mentor. And I have a really good relationship with mine. And I had mentioned to her like a lot. I mean, this was when I first started working over there, that because when I did 21 Day Fix Extreme, we weren't allowed to share anything. Like, it was so different than it is now. We were so restricted. Like, I couldn't even share a workout. It was insane. I couldn't share anything for the entire time, other than like, oh, sweaty selfie. Oh, I did a workout today. Like, it was so crazy. So I just mentioned to her like, oh, I would love to be in a test group where I can actually share stuff. And I don't know if that was it. I have no idea, but I know a lot of them. And then they do ask, like, some of the people in our group, their uplines, like their elite uplines, were asked to, like, Chelsea Pearson and Rob Pearson had asked them, who do you feel like on your team would be a good representation of LIFT4? And I know, like, Jamie Innes is in our group, Amy Rada is in our group, and a few of their other coaches are in the group. So that's kind of how that works. I'm trying to see if there was anything else on here that I missed. Does anyone else have questions? Does he go live in our test group? In the beginning, he was, and I'm sure with his test group, in the exclusive one that he's going to have with y'all, it's just going to be very similar to like Alana's group right now and Autumn's group. He will probably go live in there very often. I don't know if it's going to be every single day. He doesn't go live in our group every single day, but if he sees, especially in the beginning, he was going live when we were in Mexico before we even started, because everyone was like freaking out about working out only 4 days a week and the rest days, and like, how is this going to work, and how are we going to, like, change this mindset, because it's hard. It is different. It's different, like, resting, especially if you're not used to doing that. If you're coming off of 80-day obsession, or you've been here for a while, we've never had a program shorter than 6 days a week, I don't think. Not that I know of, at least. And so a lot of people in the test group were really freaking out, like, oh, I'm going to have to go do this, or I'm going to have to run, and I'm not going to be able to rest for 3 days. And so he did go live a lot about that. And I know he does have a very laid back, like, he's literally just going to tell you to relax over and over and over again, which I like, because, and within the videos too, y'all are going to notice he's very different. He's not on here anymore, right? I did not like him in Court of Force before I joined this. Like, I was like, I don't really like Joel. I don't know. But I didn't get to like see him and really know him in Court of Force. In this, it's basically like you have a personal trainer in your living room, and his cue, if you did the workout, you kind of know, his cueing is on point. Like, he's constantly cueing you, and it's less like of the fluff, if that makes sense. It's less